Hello, my name is Masa Nomoto of Hoggtowne Music in Gainesville, Florida, and this video is to give you beginners an idea of how to hold drumsticks. Drumsticks come in different sizes, and what's the best size for you? Well, that really depends. If you're in a school band situation, a lot of times you want to start with a little bit larger stick, not too heavy, just because it's a little bit easier to hold, and also because there's a good rebound from the stick. A very popular stick for school bands are, for example, the Vic Firth, the SD1 model. It is made of maple, and it's a nice, firm, solid drumstick with a nice round tip. The nice alternative to that is a 2B drumstick. In this case, it's about the same thickness as that SD1 stick, but in this case it's made out of hickory, and it has a slightly different shaped tip. Other drumstick companies have a very similar model to that size of those sticks, for example the SD1, but especially the 2B. The 2B is a very universal size amongst all drumstick companies. There are two general ways that people hold drumsticks. There's a way of holding the sticks that's called the traditional grip, but today we're not going to be talking about the traditional grip, but instead we'll be talking about the matched grip, which is a very common way of playing, where the hands match each other. You can definitely get more information and more details by doing some research online or talking to a local drum instructor. Start by putting your thumb parallel to the drumstick and go ahead and wrap the first finger around it. After that, just gently wrap all three other fingers around the stick. They should all be touching the stick. You want to put your wrist flat and wrist your bend out just slightly. Go ahead and match both hands to each other. Should be a slight V to your sticks. You want to be careful how you hold your sticks. You don't want to put them too far wide apart, and at the same time, you don't want to hold them too close together. You want to keep the sticks right next to each other. Don't keep the beats too far apart. They will sound differently. Always try to keep them together and keep them near the center for most of your playing. This is how we play. First, raise your wrist, bring it up and down. Your fingers should move along with the stick, nice and relaxed. Notice how the stick bounces nice and relaxed. Avoid using just your fingers when playing. Avoid using just the wrist and too stiff of a wrist. Notice there's no rebound for the stick. And you also want to avoid playing with your arm. Notice how much the hand moves up and down. You want to make sure your fulcrum is intact. Do not keep your first finger pointed out or your thumb facing down. You want to keep them both across from each other so that holds the stick. The same concept applies to mallet keyboard instruments. The keyboard mallet is just like a drumstick. It can be held the exact same way as you would a drumstick. Play in the middle of the bar, raise the mallet with the wrist, holding them mallets next to each other, or hit them across, or the other way. The playing techniques that we talked about today are not the only way to play and hold the drumsticks. There are many, many different ways of doing so. It doesn't necessarily make them the best way either. Everybody's a little bit different. So I highly recommend that you find yourself a local drum instructor, percussion instructor, and discuss with them and have them show you what they feel may be the best way of holding the sticks. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to find a local drum teacher again or contact us at hoggtownemusic.com.